So, yo, what's good? Finally, it's official. I am in the military. The Army, 68 Quebec, pharmacy specialist. Boy, was it a ride to get here though. That's what we're gonna talk about today. So, my journey started back in, let's say I got the first, in my head that I wanted to go to the military in August of 2023. But I didn't start, the process until probably, September. September 2023, that's when I started taking the ASVAB. And I contacted an Air Force recruiter. I was working with the Air Force recruiter for a little bit. But at the end of the day, I needed a moral waiver. It was just taking a while with them, a long time, barely hearing from her. So I went next door to the Army, started working with a recruiter, great recruiter, really great recruiter. If you're in the Corpus Christi area, just hit me up, give you his information. He's a great recruiter. And we started, and my ASVAB scores, they weren't that good. I took it twice. I think my highest score the two times that I took it was a 43. So the jobs that I had, petroleum supply specialist, 88 mic, really not. They're good jobs, but infantry, I'm not doing all that. I'm not about to go blow up people. That's not me. No. But when I started working with them, it was around November. And I didn't know that it was going to take a long time. I thought it was just going to be boom, boom, boom. But since I needed that waiver, it took a little bit. And then December came around, didn't know they go on block leave. So I didn't go to MEPS until the end of January of 2024. When I went to MEPS, I got a call from my recruiter. He's like, hey, man, you're not going to be able to do any processing today. Your medical record popped up, asthma. And I'm like, damn, I even forgot that I had asthma, honestly. I haven't took a pump in so long. It's been a while, 10 years. He's like, you need medical records, whatnot. Me, I didn't even know how that stuff worked. So I thought it was going to be a long ass time. And I thought I was going to have to go to my doctor. And my doctor was retired. So I'm like, damn, this ain't meant to be. But I ended up getting the medical records, submitted them. And then he said, all right, it's going to take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm like, damn, that's 2 to 3 weeks. I'm without a job. Mind you, I just graduated college in December. So without a job, I'm going to get a job. I got to get something until I leave. So I got a job, managed to get a manager job. And I get a call from my recruiter, the second week that I was on this job, and it had been 7 days since the day that I uploaded my documents. It's like, hey, bro, it went through. They're working really fast. Your medical paperwork went through. It got approved. We can send you up to MEPS. I'm going to look at some jobs, and then you let me know which one so we can lock you in a job. So when you go up, you can just swear in. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm so happy. The job that I really wanted, with my score, it wasn't available. My score wasn't good enough. So I went whole head with 88 Mike, and he wasn't able to get where I wanted to go, my duty station. It closed really fast. So I'm like, okay, well, you can just lock it in for JBLM in Washington. So he locked it in. He's like, hey, bro, Fort Carson just came up. Do you want it? And that's where if I couldn't get the job that I wanted, the duty station that I wanted first was Fort Carson. Me and my wife, we love that area. We're like, yeah, we want to go there. He's like, hey, do you want me to snatch it up for you? I was like, yeah. So he snatched it up. 88 Mike, Fort Carson, 3-year contract with a quick ship bonus, right? So I'm chilling. No, I don't think I got a quick ship bonus. No quick ship bonus, but that's still 3 years where I wanted to go, driving trucks. Okay, cool. So a week go by, and he messaged me. He's like, hey, bro, you can go up to MEPS. We set you up for this date. So I go up to MEPS, do my physical, do everything. Everything's good. Only thing is, in my physical, my asthma had popped up again. I knew it was gonna pop up, but she had to ask me the questions. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to disqualify you today, but you can get a waiver." I was like, "Okay, cool." Like, I already knew that was a possibility. I just needed my physical. So I let my recruiter know. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna see what I can do for you." Gives me a call. "Hey, bro, I got your waiver approved today. You can swear in." I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, let's go." But it was already like 2:00. It was I want to say it was Thursday or Friday, and they were like getting ready to close for it. They weren't doing no more swear-ins. So talked with the liaison. He's like, "Hey man, your moral waiver still hasn't came back yet, because we need to get your drug test first. So by next week you'll be able to swear in, come back and swear in." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll make another video about my moral waiver and how that process went. It's just too much to put in one video. But the next video I'll make, it'll be about like moral waiver, my moral waiver and my medical waiver. I'll go more in depth with that in the next video that I do. But so I'm like, okay, cool. So I go back home. I'm happy. I'm like, all my waivers are good. I just gotta wait, go back next week, swear in, we good to go. Only thing is, the job that I had, it only can be held for 7 days. It wasn't gonna be there no more. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I was like, hey, it is what it is. Cool. So my recruiter texts me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you want to retake the ASVAB?" And at this point, I've already taken it twice. I got better each time. So I'm like, sure, why not? Like, he's like, only thing is, bro, if you score lower, like, you got to keep that score. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, bet. I'm going to bet on myself. You know what I mean? I don't have the stress of, damn, I need the waiver. The only stress I have is, like, making a better score to get a better job. So, went and took the ASVAB. And honestly, I studied for 2 straight days. That's it. 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And I improved by 10 points. I got a 50 on the ASVAB, and my line scores were really good. Opened up 30 jobs. I legit mean it opened up 30 jobs. Let me see. I got the paper right here. Legit opened up 30 different jobs, right? And yeah, so I texted my recruiter. I was like, "Yeah, I just got done with the ASVAB." He's like, "Okay, bro." He's like, I said, "I think I did okay." Like, he's like, "Bro, you did damn okay. You got a 50. Come look at the jobs you got offered to you now." I was like, "Okay, bet." In that thing, betted on myself. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's get it. So I go to the recruiter's office. He's just like congratulating me, like, "Good job, bro." Like, and he showed me the jobs that I'm qualified for. And then he shows me the jobs that I was able to lock in. So there was only like 2 jobs that I was different that were like available at that moment. And it was like a welder. Never did welding in my life, but I know they make good money in the civilian world. So I was interested in it. It was welding, and then I think water supply specialist, something like that. Something with water treatment specialist, something like that. So I'm like, okay, bro, like, yeah. He was like, "But I can make a call, see if they have any of these jobs available. What are your top jobs?" So I was like, IT, because I was qualified for IT. Pharmacy specialist, I was qualified for that. That was one of the ones that I really wanted. Admin. It was like a lot of good jobs. So I let him know. And so he's like, "Okay, bro, I'll give him a call." So he calls me. He's like, "Hey, bro, so they had the IT job." At that moment, I was like, "Let's go." But he said it's for a female. I'm like, damn. He said, but you go over there and we can flip it to a female. We'll just tell them flip to a female. I'll lock it in. When we get to MEPS on Friday, we'll just tell them that we didn't know, we'll flip to a male. So I'm like, okay, bet. And it was in Fort Carson. I was lit as fuck. And he gives me a call the next day. "Hey, bro, I got a good dilemma for you. Pharmacy specialist just opened up and it leaves in 10 days. I'm like, damn. I don't know what to do. So I talked to my wife and we talked it over, and I'm from South Texas. My training school, AIT school, would be in San Antonio. Most of her family lives in San Antonio and Austin. So, like, okay, well, you know, at like every 3 weeks or something, we'll be able to see each other. You know, won't be that bad. Versus going to IT school and then I'll be in Georgia and they won't be able to see me at all. So I was like, okay, yeah, bet we can go with that. And then my recruiter was like, bro, medical is like a good job to get in the military. Like medical is the way to go. Like I love IT, but medical is the way to go. So I'm like, okay, bet. Lock in the medical job. 68 Quebec, pharmacy specialist. Went up to MEPS. And I thought we were going to MEPS, but we went to the recruiting command, like the actual place in San Antonio. And thought I was going to do my swearing. And I get there and they're like, you need your TAPIS and fingerprints. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Ad. Hey man, it's an ad on the TV going because I don't have like no white light. So legit, I'm using like white light on the YouTube. Funny, but they're like, yeah, you don't have your TAPIS or your fingerprints. So I'm like, I did take the TAPIS, but I took it with the Air Force. But he's like, no problem. We'll call MEPS. You go take it real quick. Come back. I went over there, checked in, and they're like, can we talk to you? And they talked to my recruiter. Basically, they were trying to say, like, my waiver didn't go through or something. I needed a waiver, something like that. My recruiter was like, don't worry about it. Like, go do your TAPIS. I'll worry about it. So get out my TAPIS. Mind you, the whole time I'm taking the TAPIS, which is a bullshit-ass test, and it asks dumbass questions. It'll be like, are you the life of the party? Or do you stay at home and have ego issues? What the fuck one do y'all want me to pick? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But anyways, girlfriend, whoa, my wife is making a pizza right now. And if she's eating my pizza, it's going to be problems. It's going to be problems. But, you know what? I'll let her have it. But, took the TAPIS. The whole time I'm thinking like, damn, like I'm not finna swear in today. This ain't worth it. It's not. My emotions were everywhere. But he's like, I got it, bro. You're good. I'm like, bet, let's go. Yeah. So went back to the recruiting command. Let them know everything. It was like, you already have a job locked in. I was like, yes, sir. Start signing paperwork, and that's when it started getting real. Like, yeah, signed my contract. I'm going in as an E4. Like I said, I graduated college. Wanted to go the enlisted route, just being that I wasn't trying to wait a whole year to be an officer, like going to OCS, getting accepted. Wasn't waiting on all that. Like, nah, just going as an E4. And yeah, I leave in 9 days. I'll be going to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for my for my boot camp. And then for my AIT school, I'll be at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas. That's 23 weeks long. In total, I got 31 weeks of boot camp and training. Yeah, I'm very excited. Perseverance has been key through this whole process. Like there's been so much stuff that has happened. Like, and I'll get into that in more videos. Like I said, I'll have a more waiver video, and then I'll also probably add that with my medical waiver as well, just going in depth about it. But yeah, I'm excited. Family's excited. Leaving 9 days. March 4th is the day that I ship out. So that's like a little less than a week away. Yeah, everything happened so fast once the ball started rolling. Yeah, so very excited. Oh. And then last thing, when I went up there the second time I went to MEPS, and they had told me like, yeah, you come back next week, swear in, but it's like, you have a kid, so you're gonna have to go to reserves. I was like, but I'm engaged, like I'm gonna get married once this paperwork goes through. He's like, well, you need to get married before you come back next week. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's like, what? So I talked to my fiance. She's like, yeah, let's go get married. I was like, okay, cool. So got married, you know. I don't know how I can spend like $1,000 on a ring and I get a rubber ring. I get a rubber ring and she walking around with a rock on her head. Hey, it is what it is. It's what the cookie crumbles. I'm gonna make it different. When we have our big wedding reception, I want to rock on my finger. Yeah. But yeah, that's my military experience so far, my recruiting experience. Just perseverance and just sticking through it all. Like I said, if there's a waiver, there's a way, so don't worry about it. If y'all got any questions, comments in the comment box. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, official Cinco. And yeah, I'm excited for this journey, and yeah, y'all get at me. Let's go.